Okay, parental discretion is advised. I know that Hannah had emailed us this morning.
Well, this is where you come to us. If somebody messed with you and you got back at them, but they don't know that you got back at them, and then you tell us what this person did, and then we get them on the phone, and then you tell them what you did. That's how this whole thing works out. So, yes, Hannah's standing by. Let's hear her story. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning.
Hey, Hannah. So why are you with us on Revenge this morning?
I used to have this roommate, Isaac, who was a very dedicated practical joker. He basically made my life hell for the year that we lived together. Like, I was just waiting for my fiance to finish school so I could get out of there. Not even 1 week would go by without him doing something that would be fairly catastrophic for me.
Well, hold on. Can you go back on that? You were waiting for your fiance to finish school. Why? Did you and your fiance live with this guy?
No, I was living with him because my fiance was still living on campus.
Oh. So y'all weren't married yet. You couldn't live together.
Okay, so you guys did a year apart while you're engaged and you're living with this guy. Was he a friend prior to you moving in?
He was a friend of a friend. So, like we were friendly, but I didn't know him that well.
I'm just kind of surprised that your fiance didn't say, hey, you know that dude you live with? Yeah, can you find a girl to live with instead of a dude?
Knock that crap off.
Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, Isaac's like one of those guys who like never shaves, and so, like he's not much of a threat that way.
Oh, you're saying he's so physically repulsive that he couldn't be a threat that your boyfriend or fiance didn't care.
I'm not saying he's repulsive. I'm saying he's decidedly not my type.
What are some examples? Because it sounds like to me like when a third grader, a boy likes a girl, he picks on her.
I would say if he liked me, he's got a weird way of showing it. He actually, and I don't even know where he found the time for this stuff, but he once stuffed my chapstick with a glue stick. Let me tell you, you're like in the middle of helping customers and you go to put some chapstick on and instead there's glue on your mouth. That's really hard to explain to your manager.
That's pretty good.
That is horrible. Oh my God.
Are there any more?
I was late one day because I got out of the shower and I put on my deodorant and realized it was like something was wrong. And it took me a minute to realize that he had taken it out and stuffed butter in there. Like he sculpted.
Man, this guy really...
Butter pits?
Butter pits.
This guy really took some time.
That's like $6 worth of deodorant that I never got back.
Oh, man. Were butter pits the final straw or what?
Oh, no. He once glued all 12 eggs that I bought into the carton. Organic eggs, mind you, okay? So here's me, first thing in the morning, trying to make myself a breakfast, go to grab an egg, whole carton comes out, smashes on the floor. Like, this is what I'm talking. Like, I'm talking terrorized me, and the whole time thought it was hilarious.
Well, his pranks also aren't like quick pranks. These are like really time-invested
Pretty
pranks.
ingenious.
It was like living with some kind of hairy Jim Halpert.
A hairy Jim Halpert.
A hairy Jim Halpert.
Or just Jim Halpert now. And Jack Ryan.
Oh, yeah, from Netflix, or Amazon
but he's
Prime.
all hot body now.
That's true. He's
like, Man of Steel now.
Okay, so he's your ex-roommate. How long ago did you move out?
Just this past weekend, actually.
And you've already gotten your revenge. Okay, I want to hear it.
That's probably why you had to leave.
So we've got to get Isaac on the phone then so you can reveal to us and to him what you've done since you moved out.
I'm so looking forward to this moment.
Hi, good morning, Isaac. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE.
Hello, how are you?
Hey,
We're great.
Isaac, we're great. You ever listen to the Rule and Ryan Show?
Yeah, I listen to you guys sometimes.
Okay, well, you know what we do on Tuesdays?
Revenge.
Wow, so you know the segment.
Well, I listen to you guys.
I think your beard is so bushy and big that your phone is like stuck in it. You sound muffled a little bit. Can you pull your phone away from your beard a little?
How would you know he has a bushy big beard there, Eric?
Oh, I know all.
Sorry, I just got my beard trimmed and it's nice and fat.
Okay. All right. Well, Isaac, you are correct. We do a segment called Revenge, and somebody contacts us about conferencing in a third party into the conversation. You are that third party. The person that contacted us is Hannah, your ex-roommate, and she's on the line. Say good morning to Isaac, Hannah.
Hi, Isaac.
Oh, no. Not Hannah. Not cool. Not cool, Hannah. Hannah is the last person that I want to be talking to right now. Ridiculous.
Okay, well, she did let us know that it was a tough time living with you, and you pulled a lot of pranks on her in her time as your roommate.
There's pranks, and then there's going way past the line, way too far. Did she tell you what she did?
Not yet.
Not yet. We're waiting to find out.
Hannah put 4 chickens in my room and left them there like all day.
Are we talking like frozen chickens?
No, like real live chickens. Our neighbors had chickens. Somehow she got the damn chickens in my room. And then I came home, there's chickens everywhere. There's chickens running around. Like, they wouldn't leave my room. Apparently, they thought it was their damn nest now, or whatever chickens, their coop.
Oh, my gosh.
Hannah, where'd you get chickens?
We have a neighbor that raises chickens, and Isaac hated them. So I told him what Isaac
smell
did.
their feathers are everywhere.
Ew, God, it's horrible. So you put the chickens, Hannah, in his bedroom and closed the door all day long until he came home and they'd run amok in the room. That's disgusting.
I have cleaned an entire dozen of organic brown eggs off of my kitchen floor. Okay?
Okay, cleaning eggs is way different than cleaning up chicken finding feathers in your
Now hold
in your
on
clothes
there,
for days
Isaac.
still.
She also told us about the glue stick lip balm, which is not cool at all. That probably physically hurt her, amongst the other things that you did to her. So it's not just about it's not just about 1 dozen eggs that went to the trash.
Oh, when I put the butter.
Payback is a Isaac.
Still smells in the room. I cannot get the smell out of the room.
Oh man,
That's a good prank.
did they like peck through your pillows and stuff? I mean, I don't know what chickens do other than just poop everywhere.
Just poop and smell.
Apparently, they just take big everywhere.
I think you should just be happy that none of them scratched you when you were trying to get them back out of there.
Have you ever tried to catch 4 chickens?
No, I haven't, but how'd you get them out of the room?
I had to herd them into the living room, so then some of them, fortunately, they didn't screw up the living room too much, but you kind of have to corner them, and then try cornering 4 chickens. You can't. I had to do like one at a time.
And what'd you do with them once you herded them out?
I took them back to the neighbor. I just threw them over the neighbor's fence.
Oh, my God.
That's what I do. Come on, Isaac, you have to see this is a pretty good prank.
Okay, I get it. But washing butter out of your armpits is one thing. Like completely sanitizing your room and still dealing with the smell of chicken and chicken smells horrible.
I can't imagine it smells like roses.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty
good.
bad. That was a really good revenge there, Hannah. You really
Good job,
got it.
Hannah. I like
As
that.
she,
You know, he's talking about the smell, but they still call me Sticky Lips at work, so I don't really feel bad for him.
oh my God, that had to be horrible. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you guys don't live together anymore, so you don't have to see each other anymore if you don't need to. And I guess we call it a truce now here on the Rule and Ryan
Well, wait,
show.
is the big question. Is Isaac being invited to the
That's
wedding?
what I was wondering.
I don't know, Isaac, do you want to come to the wedding?
Of course I want to come to the wedding. How am I going to get you back?
Yeah, but you know what? It's my wedding day, so I have the home field advantage.
No, I would just say
What's
keep
that
it out.
priest says, does anyone want to object to this wedding?
Could be him.
He could stand up and say something.
No, I love her fiance. Like I wouldn't do anything like that. I'll wait for the reception.
Hannah, you should just stay away from that wedding invitation. Don't send it. Thanks for listening to our show, to the both of you. Isaac, extra bonus points for knowing today was Revenge Tuesday.
that.
And I hope that smell goes away soon in your room.
Yeah,
I hope
me
it
too.
doesn't.
Trust me. I've been sleeping on the couch.
All right, y'all have a great day. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
.104.1 KRBE. It's the Rule and Ryan Show. It is True Crime Tuesday. We want to hear from you right now. You got a good chance to get through. We got a couple lines open at 713-390-KRBE. That's 713-390-5723.
I really want this texter, if they have time, to call us on that number you just gave out. At 37530, the texter says, I need to call in for true crime. My sister was murdered.
Oh, my God.
It was a murder for hire, but they got the wrong person.
Oh, my God.
Ahmad, can you see that number?
No.
Maybe Ahmad can call.
That's so terrible.
No, stuck in
Ahmad,
traffic
see if
trying
that
to get to
person
work.
has time
No.
to call, because I know everyone's
They said
doing
they
their
won't.
different.
They won't right now.
They won't right now?
No,
Darn it. Okay.
They're stuck in traffic.
Well, they got to be safe.
Let's go. Oh, yeah, that's true. But you can call and email the listener line one day and tell us a story. We can play it that way.
Maybe help you out.
Darren's up first. 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Darren. Welcome to True Crime Tuesday.
Hey guys, how are y'all?
Hey,
Wonderful.
we're fine. So you want to share with us your story?
Yeah. So, back in 2095, 95. Back in 95, I was a manager at Foot Locker back at Sharpstown, and at the time, my girlfriend had been like, she was pregnant, and she was like, hey, come to the house tonight, and I was like, no, I don't want to, I want to go with my friends, whatever else. And so eventually she called me enough, and I said, okay, I'll go. When I drove up to the house, there was a car outside, and I remember to this day it was a gold Toyota Camry that had that KSBJ sticker on the back of it.
God
and I go
listens.
to the house. Yeah, God
Right.
listens. Exactly. That's what's the back of it. Yes, exactly. So I was like, okay, well, her brother was coming from San Antonio. I thought maybe one of his friends was outside picking him up. So the guy didn't think anything of it. So I go to the door, knock on the door like I usually do. And I heard somebody scream. And I was like, what the heck? Are they playing? What are they doing? What are they doing? What's going on over there?
Uh-oh.
So eventually they were like, they said, who is it? And I said, it's Darren, open the damn door. And so they opened the door. And then the guy was kind of standing behind the door. When I looked in her house, it's like along the hallway that goes into the entry room. Well, she was laying on the floor pregnant with a towel over her face. And I was like, I looked at the guy that was opening the door, and I was like, it looked like one of his other friends. And I was like, I walked the door going, what the heck is going on? And that guy tried to fight me, and I was fighting him. Another guy came out of the room, and I was fighting him.
Oh my God.
The third guy came out, and they got me on the ground. They handcuffed me, and they were like, who's outside? We'll kill you right now. They put a gun to my head and
Oh my
all
God.
kind of stuff like that. They had me on the ground.
So these guys, they came, they home invasion, they came equipped with handcuffs.
Yeah, they did. They had handcuffs. So I guess what happened was she let them in the house because she thought it was me coming over to the house. And like usually I'll play around. I'll put my hand over the little peephole thing. And they did that. And she opened the door. That's how they got in.
Oh, my God.
Whatever. But when I got there, they're like, hey, man, who's outside with you and everything else? And, like a dummy, I described the car they were in. And then they ended up, so I worked, like I said, I worked at Foot Locker. At that time, I had a pager. They took my pager. I had a necklace on. They took my shoes. They took my wallet. I just bought a car, my first car I purchased myself back then. I still had the paper plates, and I just purchased it, and it was outside. So they took my car.
Oh, my gosh.
And they took my car. So when we called the cops, like we went next door, called the cops. They came over. He said that, I'm standing there talking to him about what happened. And I was like, dude, can you take me out of these cuffs? He's like, well, hold on a second. I was like, bro, take me out of these cuffs. I don't want to be in these cuffs. But I was the one that did it, whatever else. But anyway, I was talking to him I was talking to him about it. And over the radio, it announced my license plate number, saying that they robbed somebody else down the street in my car. And I was like, well, hey, you do know, they said that the guy was walking outside to get his mail. And I guess when he walked outside, they ran up on him and did the same thing to him. And, they did that there. And I told him, hey, man, look, it's not me because I'm right here.
Right.
Don't
So
try
they
to
get
come
caught?
after me on this.
Did they
Darren,
catch
did
him?
they finally
This is the
get
thing
caught?
They told me. I don't think so, but this is what the cop told me. So, of course, I'm furious because, like I said, at the time, my girlfriend was pregnant. She's in the house. She's all stressed out behind it.
Yeah.
And it was already a tough pregnancy as it was, and she was all stressed out behind it. But the cop told me, my brother came to the house, like my whole family came over, we're all upset. And the cop goes, hey, man, look, this is what I'm going to do. He goes, if we find these guys, I'm going to bring them back over here. You guys can have 5 minutes in the backyard with them. You can't kill them.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Please find them. Please
Oh,
find
my.
them. Please find them. So
Wow.
whether or not he would have done it or not, but they found my car. That was like on a Friday night. They found my car on a Sunday night. They called me at home and said, asked me my information. They said they found my car in Manville, but when they got the car, like they had tried to take off the wheels, I guess, and they couldn't take them off, but they had totally gutted the interior. So like when they got there,
So they
the
stripped
only
it.
thing that was in the car was like a milk crate and a steering wheel. So all my seat belts,
They took
rearview
everything.
mirrors, all that. Yeah, they took everything off
So what
the
happens
car.
with
And
that?
I was,
Salvaged it.
Did
Well,
did
the
insurance
crazy-
cover
the
that? I'm
crazy
always
thing-
curious about that stuff.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing about it was I put it in the shop, and like the bill for it, I probably paid $15,000. It was like an Acura Integra at the time. I probably paid $16,000 for the car. The bill on it was like almost $10,000 because you got to think about it. Every little bolt, every little washer, they had to charge the insurance.
But did
New
insurance
seats,
pay
new
for it?
interior. Yeah, they paid for it. I mean, the insurance bill, like from the insurance company, was. I mean, if you folded it all the way out, it was taller than me. It was crazy. But
Oh, my God.
I think
Now,
it's easier just to get rid of
I'm
it.
a little confused
Yeah.
at one part of the story. So you said you pulled up and you see a car with a KSB bumper sticker. Are you saying that the thieves
Stole that car
arrived?
too?
They arrived in that car?
Stole it?
yeah, they got there. They came in that car. Yeah, they
Okay.
must have either that was maybe they stole that car too, and they were just doing the whole thing that night or something. But that car was outside, and but the other thing was like a couple days later after that happened, I think we had my daughter within that week because she was still stressed out behind it. She
Oh, my
went
God.
into labor and had my daughter and stuff like that. And then, like I said, once I got the car back, it was like that first Easter after my daughter was born. We went to the park to have Easter there and all that kind of stuff. I was on my way to the store. I get pulled over, and the car those guys stole, right?
No.
So the first thing the cop does, he looks at the car and does, hey, your VIN number off the dashboard is gone, because it was gone too. And I was like, yeah, the car got stolen, blah, blah, blah. Here's the receipt. I showed him the receipt of everything that happened. He still took me to jail. And
no.
On Easter Sunday, so that was before we had
for having a
so
stolen car, Darren. That's why you got arrested for quote having a stolen car.
Stolen car. Yeah,
Right.
He took me to jail because of that, and he took
my
me to jail
God.
for that. He held me there for about 8 hours in a holding cell. They took my car. They kept it for like 3 or 4 days to check it to make sure it wasn't stolen.
Oh my God!
But I had to leave my family at the park. I didn't have a cell phone to call.
So they're like,
he took me back. He was like, he told me, hey, I'm gonna take you back. You're free to go. So he took me back to the place. He picked me up and just dropped me there on the corner. I think I was at Bel Air and like Eldridge, and he just dropped me off at the corner right there.
The police did this?
Moral of the story, if your car gets stolen, just get a new one if you can, if they'll let you total it out. That's crazy.
I did. So after that happened, I was like, I'm done with this car. I took it to the dealership, and I traded it in. I did it at night, and so they didn't see anything. So the next, 3 days later, they called me and said, hey, man, your car, the VIN number's gone. I said, hey, I'm sorry, bro. I'm done.
You bought it?
You bought it.
Your problem
Can I just
now.
ask one more thing? Did we find out that this was just a random home invasion? These guys, did they target your girlfriend, or they just randomly picked her place?
From what the police officer said, it's a random thing that happened because she lived in at that time it was like an elite. Well, there still is, but it was like a lot of Asian people lived there. They said that they probably went to the wrong house because there's Asian people who lived on both sides of her. They went to the wrong house because, most Asian people don't believe in the banking system, so they keep a lot of cash at home. And so that's what they said anyway. So
if they have their own business, a lot of small businesses of any background, if you had a small business, especially some cultural backgrounds, are like, well, we're just take the bank home with us at night and then go to the bank the next day.
95.
95.
Now you got Ring cameras,
exactly.
thankfully.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, it was the craziest thing I've ever been through. So, yeah. It was
I'm so
pretty,
sorry that happened to you guys.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I was like, you would think during that time when you got a gun pointed in the back of your head, you would be nervous and your heart be beating fast. But I thought I was going to die literally because this is how I'm going to go down because I was so calm. Like my heart wasn't beating fast. I wasn't shaking. Yeah, I was pretty much numb. Crazy. And I thought that was the end. I was like, this is not how I thought I'd die.
It's time for Romance or No Chance. You tell us about an unconventional first date that you went on. Something was really weird about it. We got to guess whether or not you saw that person again.
713-390-KRVE. I'm just laughing.
In between the songs, Brill and I were watching Days of Our Lives.
I came over and I was trying to translate for you.
I can't believe
the history of Days of Our Lives weddings.
We were watching.
Because I asked you, I said, where's it even on? They pulled it off network television.
No.
I forgot that song was even on there.
They're watching Patch and Kayla's wedding from 1992 or something.
Bunch of losers.
Just watching that. The entire time Flowers was playing, I almost feel like from me, Ryan, and Eric, like, oh, darn, the song's over. We can't keep watching.
Oh, you play that song again so you keep watching the videos?
So we Googled.
We've got to actually get to the show.
I Googled soap opera weddings because we were saying off the air, man, remember in the 80s, if you wanted ratings gold, you had a huge wedding on soap operas in the 80s.
Bo and Hope.
And I just Googled Days of Our Lives weddings. That's just what I Googled on
Patch
YouTube.
and Kayla.
And somebody in 2022 took the time to make an 8-minute video that has every single couple that ever got married in the history of Days of Our Lives in little spurts. So right when Miley Cyrus was ending, it was getting to some of the ones that we remembered.
You were going nuts because it was Patch and Kayla and they were in a Greek church.
No, the Patch and Kayla get married in that one.
No, that was a different one.
I just recognized the church. I go, that's a Greek wedding, but the next one was Patch and Kayla.
Okay.
So anyway, get back to the program.
Oh, yeah,
let's actually
back to the Rule and Ryan show.
Get to our job here.
And Sam hasn't had the baby yet, but we're on
baby watch right now.
Sam is just taking it easy because that baby's on its way. She's a little bit dilated already, but that doesn't really have to mean anything. She hasn't broken her water. She's not in the hospital. She's just relaxing because that baby boy or baby girl is going to make their appearance in the next 4 days.
That means we probably won't be seeing her for a while.
So really her last show was the other day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. 713-390-KRBE. Let's go to the phones and let me see if they can work for me. Thank you. Jose, hello.
Hello.
Okay, tell us about a first date. Don't give us details that give us the answer, and then we're going to guess if you and this person saw each other at least for one more date.
Got it.
Okay.
So first date, I met a girl at work. She was from out of town. We linked up over text message, and we were going to meet up at a local spot near her place.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to me, she was bringing a friend and her male roommates also.
So group friend. She's an
Well,
insurance
first of all,
policy.
I've got to ask the
Trust
question: is she attractive?
She didn't look attractive in the uniform, but once she showed up to the bar, she was
Different person.
Well, she hadn't been attractive if you asked her out.
Extremely gorgeous
Because
is
you
what he
asked her
said.
out, right? I
Right.
mean, the whole point is he asked her out. There had to be an
But
attraction
all
if
these
he asked
people
her
are
out.
there.
He says extremely gorgeous. So she shows up with his entourage, and how does the date proceed?
very weird, very out of my element. They're completely different personalities than me. I was weirded out. She takes a minute and goes with her friend to the washroom. I take that opportunity and say, okay, I got to down a drink to relax.
Yeah.
First mistake. I drink a blue Long Island.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Is that just
And
like...
I drink it like a shot.
Yeah. Oh,
What?
man, that's a lot
like
of booze.
5 different alcohols with some
Yeah.
blue curacao in there?
It's like a Long Island
Exactly.
iced tea.
Oh, dang.
So you do a
So then
shot
the
of like
next
5
part-
different boozes in
Okay.
one whiff.
And about 2 minutes
Slam.
after the drink, a song comes on the speaker system. Now, I used to use this song to calm my mind and relax in college so I can actually take my tests because I'm dyslexic.
Okay.
So the song comes on. It's Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye.
Ooh, good song.
Okay, so now you have
I
your
start
Blue
dancing
Long
to
Island
it
and your favorite
by
song is
myself.
on. And what happens? You start dancing by
I
yourself.
start dancing to the song by myself.
Oh, my God.
She comes back into the area of the bar where I'm at. She looks at me. I look at her. She freaks out. I kind of freak out going, oh, my God, what was I just doing? This is the alcohol doing it. All of a sudden, she starts running out the door.
Uh-oh.
I start going behind her to say, hey, what's going on? What's up? All of a sudden, she falls, breaks her ankle.
Oh, my gosh.
This state is terrible. I
That's
love
it. Is that all we have to know? That's a lot, Jose. Do we need to know more? Or that's it? Should we judge on just those points?
Judge just on those points.
Okay, Jose drank a Blue Long Island shot, danced to Sexual Healing to relax
I'm
himself
saying
by
right
himself.
now-
She ran away and broke her ankle.
He went to the hospital with her, held her hand.
Because the other friends didn't go. They still want to have fun.
Yep.
So he
And
took her.
he showed what a stand-up
he
guy
didn't
he
drive.
was. Well, he only had one drink.
Based on the
what
tone of
drink?
his voice,
Long
one drink
Island,
was
that's
like
like
5 shots in one.
Okay, but I'm saying they saw each other again.
Okay, look, based on the tone of his voice of telling the story, I think they're still together. However, the weird part, the twist is maybe she was like, get the hell away from me, weirdo. My friends are taking me to the hospital.
I'm
never
going
wanna
with
see you
that.
again.
That's what
I'm going with get away from me, weirdo.
Yeah, I'm thinking she couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, even if he did take her, still, I don't think that worked out.
I don't necessarily know if it worked out, but I'm betting that they saw each other again.
For a second
No.
date.
Okay, I'm going to go with, did not want him to take her to the hospital, but he somehow schmoozed a second date out of her. That's what I'm.
All right,
sorry,
so
Dave.
you're
I say
going
no
with
date.
second date.
All right. Let's
No
find
date.
out the
Let's
answer.
Here we go.
Jose, what's the answer?
So she did not go to the hospital. She went back to her apartment. The next day, I actually text her, and she says, "Oh, it's not broken." I said, "Okay, so do you need anything?" She's like, "No, I'm okay. Just leave me alone." I still showed up to the front door with a bag of Kit Kats and medicine and a brace for her ankle, and we're still married 15 years later.
But she didn't want you, though.
She said, "Leave me alone" in the text.
Well,
See, I knew he went to her
You
side
are all the
somehow.
wrong rom-coms. I'm still
Yeah.
going to stalk you at your door with some Kit Kats.
Well, that's what's so funny.
Let's get
Have
married.
you ever seen that video? I think
You
it's
stalked her.
it's circulating on social media right now. All the rom-coms of the 90s and the 80s and 90s. Now those guys would be stalkers.
Well, once the next song comes out, we'll watch those videos.
Yeah,
after
that's
the
what
days
you
of our
guys
lives.
do.
Jose, what's your wifey's name? Jose, what's your wifey's name?
Nicole,
Nicole.
That's so cute.
Congratulations.
Ah,
How
how's-
many years?
thank you very much.
Do you guys have
great.
kids?
We do have kids. We have a 12-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son.
What a great story to
You still
tell.
dance to that music? Sexual
Yeah,
healing?
sexual healing's your jam.
It is my jam. It still is my jam. And whenever she hears it now, she just looks at me going, really?
You broke my
Really?
ankle.
Broke my foot.
When
Broke my
I
foot.
get that feeling, I need
Jose, thanks for sharing that
ankle
story. That was
healing.
fun. That was
Have
fun.
a good one, man.
Okay, 713-390-KRBE is our phone number. Romance or no chance is what the question is. Did you have a weird or wacky first date that sounds so wrong that we now have to guess? God, I can't tell. Did y'all go out again, or y'all never saw each other again?
Most people like to call in because they get married.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause it's such a bad
It's like,
first date.
it was so horrible in the
But I'm-
beginning,
but
but
I'm
look
just
at us
hoping,
now.
like Kevin and I are hoping that we get one that
You want to
sucks.
find a bad ending. Okay.